to my bridal shower book haul. And if those words don't compute with you, don't worry, they didn't compute for most of the people at my bridal shower either. So they told me, okay, you have to have a bridal registry for your bridal shower. I was like, okay. So I was being really good, putting sheets and pillowcases on it, and then I got distracted by the hardback books. And when I kind of woke up from that, I had 50% of my list being books. So when I got there, everyone was like, I know you wanted books, but I'm sorry, we couldn't get them for you. It just didn't seem right. Except for my sisters who, having grown up with me, were like, books are a great idea. And also, having grown up with me, didn't know you weren't supposed to get books for people at their bridal showers. So I got the books I wanted. You're going to recognize these. They're from the Barnes & Noble hardbound collection, which you see all over Tumblr and Pinterest, but I want to share my versions of them. Let's start off with the complete Sherlock Holmes. Let's pause a moment to think of the BBC series. And then continue on. I've read most of these, but I know I'm missing a couple, so I'm looking forward to reading it from cover to back. My other favorite thing is it's plaid. If you stare at it too long, you go crazy. So next up, we have Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. What I like about this cover is that Rapunzel looks terrified, which I think is apropos because the Grimm's fairy tales, if you've ever actually read the originals, are really, really, really scary and not the light little fairy tales we're used to. Jane Austen, and I've read all these books except for Lady Susan, so I will go through this and read Lady Susan. This next one is probably my favorite one that I saw online, Edgar Allan Poe. So I'm super excited to find the couple of Poe stories in here that I know I haven't read yet. Iliad and the Odyssey. Great memory with this one is the Christmas when we woke up really, really early, and so that we didn't wake up my parents, my sister told us the entire story of the Iliad. My other favorite thing about this book is if you open it up, it has a map. So as you continue along the Odyssey, you can tell where you are. And no collection is complete without the complete works of Shakespeare. So now I can finish all the Shakespeare plays that I have not read yet. Here is the Blue Fairy book. If you've ever read this when you were young, it's from a later period of time when fairy tales ceased to be quite so terrifying. Okay, the last two books I have are actually from my future in-laws, and they weren't actually for the bridal shower. They were for my birthday, which was less than a week later, and they're like, I'm sorry, we didn't get you books for your bridal shower, but we had them for your birthday. So they got me this beautiful Neil Gaiman book. This is one of my favorite, probably the favorite one that I didn't expect to come out, and it was just gorgeous. I've read American Gods. I love it. I have not read Anansi Boys, but I will now read it, and I will enjoy it. The final book that I have, this is the one that I need your input on, which is 100 Years of Solitude. I have read one other Gabriel Garcia Marquez book, which is Love in the Time of Cholera, and I didn't really get it, so if you can tell me why I should have loved that book, that would be great. This one, though, since I have it now, and I also know it's a very famous, popular book, I will have to give it a try. So that is my bridal shower book haul. Join me next week for when I don't talk about bridal showers and book hauls.